Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. Recently, I started up a new live streaming course that I'm really excited about. We had our first session last week, and our second session is going to be tonight. That is Tuesday, August 16th, as I'm sitting here. This lesson went so well that I kind of wanted to share it with a lot of you all out there and give you a taste of what this course is looking like. But before we dive into that, quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Fire Mecha, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Juggling Calling, Pyroterror Light Toys, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these amazing businesses and what they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. And special thanks to non-business friends of the channel, Johnny Howard, Lain Mochinsky, and Pekha Pekkonen. Thank you all so very much for your support for my work and my mission. Hey, so a few weeks ago, I posted about the fact that I think that we kind of teach poi wrong right now. And I launched an online course to try and teach poi the way I think it ought to be taught, or at least the way that I wish that I had been taught. And the first class turned out really, really well. So to give you all an idea of the vibe that I'm looking for with this, I wanted to post an edited version of the first lesson that covers plane facing as well as poi reels. Now, the original lesson was an hour long, and it included a lot of basic information about poi as well as the whole theory behind the class. I've cut all of that out so I can just focus on the lesson for you all. So it's like roughly 20 minutes long now, but it should give you a rough idea of what it's like being in these live stream lessons, and hopefully that is something that y'all enjoy. I'll be back again after the lesson to tell you how you can sign up for these live stream classes and get to be a part of all this. So let's go check it out. Welcome, and thank you all so much for signing up to take this class with me. I just want to do a quick intro. What up? I'm Drex. I've been teaching poi now for probably 13-ish years. And I came to a point where I wanted to teach people poi the way that I wish that I had been taught poi. So we're going to be doing a physical warm-up, and then we're going to have a lesson that is going to cover some poi tricks, how to use them, some of the theory behind them, as well as how you can apply them with some of those body movements. We're going to do a quick warm-up. Here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and either like wrap up your poi in your hands or set the poi down. Make sure that my outline stays there. And what I want you to do is go ahead and start, pull your stuff down, make sure you've got yourself a little bit of room here and everything, and start rolling your wrists. Turn your wrists 8 times outwards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now turn them inwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your shoulders back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll them forwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your elbows back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 times. Roll them forwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your right hand to the sky. Reach your left hand to the sky. Reach your right hand to the sky. Reach your left hand to the sky. Oh, quick note here. When you're reaching your hand up, don't shrug. Don't pull your shoulder to your ear. Keep your shoulder down. You're only reaching as far as you can without raising your shoulder up. This is both because it is better for your shoulder as well as it creates a more pleasing line when you're moving it around. Anyway, right hand up, left hand up. Really reach for the sky there. Right hand up, left hand up, right hand up, left hand up. One more time. Right hand up, left hand up. Beautiful. Now, I want you to try exploring the space around you with the tippy top of your head. See how far you can reach your head in every direction. You're gonna look like you are tripping real hard on something, and you know what? It's okay, we're all doing it out here. Cool. Now we're gonna do the same thing with our fingertips. Again, explore the space around you. Reach as far as you can to either side. Keep your feet riveted in place, but really, really stretch around. Explore how high you can reach. Explore how low you can reach. Next up, we're going to explore the space with our hips. Explore the space with our hips. Reach out to the sides. Reach back and forward. Get low. Get high. Just try and fill up the space around you with those hips. We're going to start off today by learning something that, like, basically it is almost impossible to get into poi without having to grapple with this particular concept. Whenever you spin the poi, there will always be a side that looks like it's clockwise and a side that looks like it's counterclockwise. When it appears to be one or the other, it means that you're on a specific side of it. We call this plane facing. So if I'm standing on this side of it, it looks to me like counterclockwise. If I'm standing on this side of it, it looks like it's clockwise, yeah? We're going to learn how to do that using a move called a reel. I want you to pick two walls in whatever room you happen to be in. That's going to be my forward wall. That's going to be my reverse wall. Why are we doing this? Well, it's because we're going to switch between facing each of these walls. We're going to be turning with the poi in such a way that we're actually going to be changing how we are oriented with the plane facing of the poi. I want you to just get the poi spinning at your sides, like you're going to treat them like a jump rope, yeah? And I want you to just spin them forwards here. You got one on either side of the body. It's like you're kind of boxed in between two wheels of a wagon, yeah? And I want you to just practice spinning the poi for 10 reps, yeah? Now I want you to spin the poi reverse. That is, they're coming back at you. So on the bottom, they appear to be moving away, and on the top, they're coming back up behind your shoulders, yeah? And again, let's get in 10 beats like this. Cool. Now, wrap the poi up in your hands. What I want you to do is face the forwards wall and kind of pantomime the poi moving forwards for me, yeah? We're going to turn from the forward side to the reverse side. How do we do that? Well, when you're pushing your hands and poi out away from you, freeze with them at their furthest point. And what I want you to do is I want you to sweep both of your hands down past your knees, and then bring them back around facing the reverse wall. And now you're going to pantomime moving them in reverse. It's almost like you're giving somebody a come hither motion, yeah? Cool. So, facing the forward wall, we're going to pantomime going forward, pushing it away once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Sweep them past your legs and then come hither 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 times. There's something going on here that I really want you to pay attention to. And that is when we go from like pushing away to come hither. Did you see how the poi started, my hands and poi started on each side of my body, like boxing me in like those wagon wheels. And then I switched them both over to the same side of my body as they're sweeping past my hips and knees. And then when I complete my turn here, they each go to each side of my body again. So it's 2 tracks, 1 track, 2 tracks is what's happening. And like, don't overthink this. All you really have to do is like keep your arms square to your body and just like turn your upper body from side to side. In fact, try doing that right now. Try reaching your arms away from yourself, and it's really just this motion right here. You're letting your arms drop and then come away, drop and come away, drop and come away. And when they drop, boom, you just turn to face the opposite wall. Boom, turn to face the opposite wall. So drop, sweep, and come up, drop, sweep, and come up. Let's try that with the poi now. So again, we can sweep down past, down past, down past, down past, yeah? Just try doing that sweep with me for a second. Going down past our ankles. Down past, down past, down past. And all you're doing is you're keeping your arms square with your body as you're turning your upper body from side to side here, yeah? From the side, let me show you. It just looks like this. We're more or less keeping both of the poi on the same side of the body as we're doing this, yeah? We're going to start with our poi spinning forwards. Make sure you're facing your forwards wall. And as the poi are spinning here, I want you to drop them both down past. Now, as they come to the other side of your body here, what you're going to be anticipating is for them to switch into reverse. That is, they're going to come up, back at you. There can sometimes be like a little bit of a sketchy moment there when we see the poi coming at us and we're like, oh no, oh no. Know that it's coming and anticipate it, right? Because again, our brains really, really want for this to be forward and for this to be forward as well. But that's not the way the poi want to move. Start on the forward side. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 beats, and then sweep down and around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 beats going reverse. Now, you'll note that as I'm doing that sweep, I'm still letting my arms do that thing where they're sweeping down with the poi, and that is 100% deliberate. I want you to use your full arms for this too. Not only will it help keep the poi from getting tangled around your body, but also it'll start to reinforce information that the poi should be thought of as being extensions of your arms, which is very, very core to my theory of poi dance, yeah? From the side, what this looks like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sweep them down and around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah? This inevitably does bring up the question, though, of how do we get from the reverse side to the forward side? I'm so glad that you asked. Wrap up the poi in your hands again. Let's walk through this together. So, we're going to face our reverse wall. And again, I want you to pantomime that you're doing that come hither motion. You're doing that come hither motion, right? And as you're doing that come hither motion, at that moment, when your hands are furthest away from you, what I want you to do is reach up towards the sky, turn your body, and then let them drop down on the other side, yeah? Let's look at that again. As you're doing come hither, when they're out away from you, reach up and around. Your hands are going to go up past your eyeballs, come down on the other side into that go away motion, yeah? Again, it's really, really, really important to make sure that your hands are always in view. Like, you don't want one hand to kind of go behind your head or what have you. There should never be a point at which you are not able to see both of your hands at the same time, yeah? For this one, just as we played around with the idea of like dropping our arms and coming back up, this one's going to be raising our arms and coming back down, raising our arms and coming back down. Try and do just this for a second. We're starting with our arms straight out, raise them up, bring them down, raise them up, bring them down. And when I say bring them down, they're coming to shoulder height, no lower. Raise them up, bring them down, raise them up, bring them down. Face your reverse side, bring them up, turn your upper body to the forward side, bring them down. Again, raise them up, turn them to the reverse side, bring them down. Raise them up, turn them to the forward side, bring them down. Try and sweep up and over, back and forth. Like you're taking an object off of your counter and putting it over on the kitchen table. You're just being really extra about it, right? So let's try this with the poi, shall we? So I want you to spin the poi reverse on your reverse side, going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep them over and let them drop into forwards on the other side. Make sure that you can always see your hands in poi as they go up and over. In fact, I would highly recommend, rather than like reaching for the ceiling as you're doing this, instead, maybe kind of reach away from you. Do you see how I'm like kind of pushing them away as much as I'm bringing them up? Whoosh! And that way I can keep my eyes on both of the poi and hands at all time. And guess what? When you do it this way, your audience really can't tell the difference. You just push them away and bring them back down. It's almost like you're kind of like throwing a boomerang and having it come back at you, yeah? Let's drill this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push them away and back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Outstanding. Let's do that again. On the reverse side, we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push them out and away and let them come back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really, really, really important. Make sure that you initiate that turn when the poi are pointed away from you. Don't do it when they're coming back down towards your shoulders, because unpleasant things are going to happen. Make sure it's always when you're pushing them away from you that you're continuing that motion. So I'm going to give you the last piece of this here, which is just we're going to go back and forth between the two, yeah? So I want you to start off facing your forward side and get your poi spinning forwards by your sides. We're going to turn to reverse, going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep them down and around to reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back to forwards. Again, we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep them down and arounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing up and over, going back and forth between the two, yeah? So here's the thing I want you all to do with this. I want you all to start doing things like, boom, finding poses as you're going around to all these positions here. Move with the poi. Try out some level changes. See what happens if you take a couple steps as you make these turns happen. See what happens if you wind up down low with them. See what happens if you wind up high with them. There's literally no reason that you can't get a little extra with this stuff. In fact, I want you to. Please get extra with your real turns here. There's no reason that we can't make these dancey, just the way they are. So cool, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this little taster of the ways that I am teaching this here course. If you'd like to sign up for the rest of the session, you can do so over at crowdcast.io/DrexFactorPoi. This is Unit 1 of my Poi dancing course. I'll include a link to that down in the description, and I think I can also include a link to it up in the cards if you are watching this video on YouTube. And also, just so you know, if you happen to live in a time zone where it is not convenient to watch the live streams, every single one of these classes is recorded, so you can go back and review it any old time you want, and I will be rechecking the chat to answer questions if they happen to pop up after the fact. Cool, so if you got anything out of this video, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help other people find this video, as well as to help my channel grow. This video would not be possible were it not for the kind support of all of these nice people right here. These are my Flow patrons over on Patreon, and they, along with the people listed down in the description, help to make this video and all the videos on my channel possible. Thank you all so very much for your support from my work and my mission. And if you out there watching are not currently a supporter and would like to become one, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and signing up. That will get you access to a whole bunch of awesome rewards, as well as helping me out in my mission of bringing poi spinning and flow arts to the broader world and helping people connect with their brains and their bodies as creative individuals. So go check that out, please and thank you. And hey, the course that I'm teaching is actually a new version of a course that I taught a couple years ago during the beginning of the COVID-19 quarantine. I will go ahead and leave a link to the playlist of those videos down in the description, as well as up on screen if you are watching on YouTube. The YouTube algorithm also thinks that you'll really like this top video right here, so you might want to check that out as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to get out to flow today, and I'll see you with a new video on Thursday. Peace.